was telling me about just showing jealousy. How a friend of hers showing jealousy was a trigger for the husband to react negatively.
Yes.
Because he could not understand that this is a natural phenomenon, or he did not want to understand that this is a natural phenomenon. So we should be concerned about the way men feel. Some women will disrespect their husband to the extent that he doesn't feel that his ego, his male pride,
Yes.
will be belittled. The same thing some men, they don't want to understand what their
Yes.
wife is going through.
Recently, a man almost divorced his wife just because she showed jealousy. Of course, yeah, okay, fine. She was jealous that he wanted to, marry another woman, and which to me I feel is normal jealousy, and I feel it's normal for a woman as long as I have to even ask, did she do anything aside being just jealous? Did she act negatively outside that jealousy? And she said no. The only thing was just okay, fine. Even though you sometimes you cannot hear from one party. It's good to hear from both sides. But then I feel attempting to do that was like out of place.
That's going overboard.
That's going overboard. Mm-hmm. I mean, what I expected at that moment was to sit the wife down and maybe make her understand and try to hear her own side of the pain, feel her pain points. Even though she cannot stop, of course, she can't stop you from going ahead with whatever you intend to do. Sit her down to make sure you both understand each other and come to the same page. Because, and I say it again, what if he eventually succeeded in divorcing that woman? Would he have that conscience to want to go and marry that woman and come to the house, and he feels there will be peace even if she's far from the house, knowing that they won't have they have children together, and she, the wife, knowing that someone else left the house because of her? Will she be happy in that marriage? Those are the things that I believe the husband of that woman should have considered. And
I think for spouses generally, we shouldn't crucify each other for whatever feelings we have or the other person has. Let's try to find out, what is the reason for the negative feeling? Am I the cause of it? What can we do to make things better? Because dissolving a marriage because the other person is expressing his or her own feeling is just going overboard, and Allah will definitely ask us. We need to all remember that we'll be accountable to Allah for whatever we do. The long and short of the sessions on marriage and mental health, from what I got from it, is the fact that we should be very, very concerned about the way we are showing up in marriage, the way we are behaving, the way we act towards our spouse, how they feel about us. We need to even ask the question, how do I make you feel today? What do you expect to see from me? Do you feel happy being around me? So that you'll be able to show up better in marriage. And he talked about a funny incident where he sent a message to his wife saying, I love you.
I told her, I cried. So she replied me with a link. Wallahi, it's true. Some of you might have seen it because it became public. She replied me with a link. The link led to an Instagram post which says, husbands say what their wives want to hear, not what they really are doing. And they show you a little clip where the guy is messaging his wife who is on an aircraft while she is busy, and he's eating and say, I can't eat without you since you are gone. And he's eating and enjoying the food. And then she says, how's everything? She says, I can't even talk without you. And then he stops talking and he's munching the food. So I went to that post and I replied there saying, my wife sent me this link and it has messed everything up for me. This post here, But in the meantime, wallahi, I was being truthful, May Allah forgive.
I want to add something because you guys said 2 minutes each one.
It affected my mental health.
No, that was really hilarious. And that's true, really. Things as simple as, I love you, I miss you, how are you, I am sorry. As little as they sound, as simple as they sound, but are very expensive to some couples. Yes, do you agree with me on that? Now, when you offend your wife or your husband, some couple or some husband, some wife feel that, let me start with the wife. When you offend your husband, you feel that, what would I do to pacify this man? They have this ego, this pride of, how would I tell him I'm sorry? It feels so heavy. I didn't do anything that bad. Maybe I'm just getting a very fine pair of boxers or very fine wristwatch. That Rolex wristwatch that he likes, I wouldn't mind. I'll go pack up my savings and buy it for him. I think that will pacify him. Or my wife, wow, and yes, you know you offended your wife, you know she's angry at you, and you want to get her the best diamond earrings, best diamond necklace, because you know she's a fashionista. But not unknown to you, that simple "I'm sorry" or come, let's talk. In fact, do you know that come alone, that's first attempt to like even call your wife, my darling, come, let's talk. Whatever fire that is in our hearts, wallahi, to start quenching from that process.
Which just goes to show that sometimes you need to understand your spouse's love language. It's not about, oh, let me do a very big gesture, a big and expensive gesture to show her. Just being a bit considerate, yes, considerate, affectionate, can actually win her over.